Success is not created in big, dramatic moments. It is built in the quiet, repetitive actions that most people ignore because they look too simple, too small, too boring. People are waiting for a breakthrough, but breakthroughs are nothing more than the result of consistent behavior repeated long enough. What you do every single day shapes your body, your mind, your confidence, your income, your relationships, and ultimately your destiny. The challenge is that daily action does not feel powerful in the moment. One disciplined choice seems invisible. One focused hour seems ordinary. One small improvement seems meaningless. But life is not shaped in a day. It is shaped daily. The compound effect of small, repeated actions creates unstoppable momentum. When you commit to simple disciplines, showing up, improving a skill, managing your energy, keeping your promises, you begin to build certainty. Certainty turns into confidence. Confidence turns into action, and action produces results. Most people fail not because they lack intelligence or talent, but because they lack consistency. They start strong, then stop. They act when excited, then disappear when bored. But mastery is boring. Greatness is repetitive. The difference between ordinary and extraordinary is found in what you do when no one is watching, when there's no applause, when it feels like nothing is changing. Motivation is powerful, but it is unreliable. It comes and goes like emotion always does. If you depend on motivation, you will act only when you feel good, and feelings are unstable. Discipline, however, is different. Discipline is a decision, not a mood. Discipline is doing what must be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. When you build discipline, you free yourself from emotional slavery. You stop negotiating with excuses. You stop asking, "Do I feel ready?" and start asking, "What is required?" The strongest people are not the most motivated. They are the most conditioned. They train themselves to act regardless of fear, boredom, stress, or doubt. Discipline is a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Each time you follow through, you reinforce the identity of someone who executes. Each time you break your word to yourself, you weaken that identity. This is why rituals are more powerful than motivation. When something becomes a ritual, it no longer requires emotional energy. It becomes automatic. You don't decide every day whether to act, you act because it is who you are. Discipline builds structure, structure creates momentum, and momentum eliminates resistance. The moment you stop relying on motivation and start living by discipline, your life shifts from chaos to control, from inconsistency to certainty, from wishing to executing. Most people focus on goals, but goals alone do not change lives. What truly changes a life is a shift in standards. Goals are things you hope to achieve. Standards are what you refuse to live without. When your standards rise, your behavior must rise to match them. If you set a goal to succeed but tolerate procrastination, excuses, and inconsistency, nothing changes. But when you decide that certain behaviors are no longer acceptable, transformation begins. You stop negotiating with yourself, you stop settling, you stop identifying with weakness. Standards define identity, and identity drives action. When you see yourself as someone who follows through, someone who grows, someone who executes daily, your actions begin to reflect that belief automatically. The strongest force in human psychology is the need to stay consistent with who you believe you are. Change your standards, and you change your identity. Change your identity, and your decisions change. Your life does not rise to the level of your wishes. It falls to the level of your standards. Raise what you demand from yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, and financially, and your results begin to shift. When your standard becomes growth, you seek learning. When your standard becomes strength, you seek discipline. When your standard becomes excellence, average behavior feels uncomfortable. The moment you decide that average is no longer acceptable, you create internal pressure that pushes you toward progress. Massive success is rarely the result of one giant action. It is the result of small improvements compounded over time. People often underestimate the power of doing a little better every day because progress feels invisible in the beginning. One day of effort shows nothing. 1 week shows little. But consistent improvement creates momentum, and momentum multiplies results. Just 1% better each day may feel insignificant, But over time, it creates a massive gap between who you were and who you become. Small improvements in focus, small improvements in skill, small improvements in discipline. The human brain adapts through repetition. When you practice something daily, you wire it into your nervous system. What was once difficult becomes natural. What once required effort becomes automatic. This is how mastery is built. Not in intensity, but in consistency. Progress builds confidence because every small win sends a signal to your brain that you are capable, and capability fuels belief. When belief grows, action becomes stronger, and stronger action produces better results. Over time, these small, disciplined actions reshape your body, sharpen your mind, strengthen your emotional control, and expand your capacity. The key is patience and persistence. Do not seek immediate transformation, seek daily improvement. Focus on being better than yesterday, not perfect today. When small growth becomes your daily habit, long-term success stops being uncertain and starts becoming inevitable. Most people chase intensity instead of consistency. They believe that extreme effort over a short period will produce results, but that is rarely true. Life responds to what you do repeatedly, not occasionally. One day of extreme focus does not change your life. 1 week of exceptional effort is a start, but even that is not enough. It is the daily practice, the repeated actions, the disciplined habits that create momentum. Consistency compounds, it builds trust with yourself, it strengthens your identity. Every time you show up, even when it is boring, even when it is uncomfortable, you send a signal to your brain that you are someone who follows through, and when your brain believes that, your actions begin to align automatically with your goals. It is not exciting. It is not the thing people post on social media, but it is the foundation of all lasting success. Without it, talent is wasted, knowledge is wasted, and opportunity slips away. When you commit to consistency, results become predictable. You stop gambling on mood, energy, or luck, and you take control of your destiny through daily action. This is why champions and leaders rarely talk about motivation. They rely on structure, habits, and repetition. They know that showing up consistently is the ultimate leverage in life, because consistency turns effort into skill, skill into performance, and performance into results. The process is more important than the outcome. People are obsessed with results. They want recognition, awards, or validation, but results are temporary if the process is weak. The process is what creates resilience, strength, and mastery. Falling in love with the process means embracing the daily grind, the repetition, and even the monotony of improvement. It means finding purpose in small actions and excellence in the ordinary. When you focus on the process, you eliminate the anxiety of chasing results. You stop measuring your value based on outcomes and start measuring your value based on effort and growth. This mindset shift is critical because life will always challenge you, distract you, and test your commitment. If your identity is tied to results, you will collapse under pressure. But if your identity is tied to process, if you become the type of person who masters what they can control consistently, daily, you become unstoppable. Small, repeated actions build trust with yourself. Trust fuels confidence. Confidence fuels action. Action produces results. It is a chain that never breaks when consistency is honored. Progress is better than perfection. Most people wait for ideal conditions, the perfect moment, or flawless execution. But those moments rarely exist. Action taken imperfectly and consistently is far more powerful than occasional brilliance. The brain learns through repetition, not intention. Momentum is created by doing, not wishing. By showing up every day, even when it feels mundane, you train your mind and body to adapt, grow, and perform at higher levels. You cultivate resilience because you know that effort repeated, even under pressure, produces results. You create habits that last because repetition rewires your nervous system. You remove excuses, distractions, and procrastination by simply acting. Excellence becomes automatic because you prioritize daily mastery over sporadic genius. In life, small, boring, repeated actions outproduce occasional. dramatic efforts every time. Your mind is the most powerful tool you have, but most people leave it uncontrolled. They allow fear, doubt, and distraction to dictate their actions. The difference between those who achieve massive success and those who struggle is how they manage their focus. Where focus goes, energy flows. If you focus on problems, scarcity, and excuses, you drain your energy and immobilize your potential. If you focus on solutions, possibilities, and actions, you generate momentum and clarity. This is why daily rituals are essential. When you start your day by directing your mind toward what matters most, you create a state of power, purpose, and productivity. You prime your brain to notice opportunities, align your actions with your goals, and handle challenges with resourcefulness rather than fear. Without this intentional focus, even the most disciplined routines can be wasted. People often think success is about working harder, but working harder without focus is like paddling a boat in circles. You expend energy without moving forward. Consistent mental discipline ensures that every action, every decision, and every effort is directed toward the outcomes that truly matter. Energy management is as critical as time management. Most people misunderstand energy. They think it comes from motivation or external circumstances. True energy comes from consistent care of your body, mind, and emotions. Physical movement, proper nutrition, and sufficient rest feed the body. But energy also comes from what you think about and how you emotionally interpret your experiences. By controlling your internal state, you control your energy, and with energy, you control performance. Leaders, athletes, and high achievers all understand this principle. Mastery over your energy allows you to act decisively, persist relentlessly, and influence your environment effectively. When you couple focused attention with high energy, daily tasks that once seemed mundane become opportunities for growth. You begin to see how small, repeated efforts accumulate into significant transformation. The key is to manage your state intentionally and consistently, not sporadically. Clarity of purpose drives action. Most people drift through life, reacting to circumstances instead of proactively creating their reality. Success is never accidental. It is intentional. To live intentionally, you must define your purpose clearly and align your daily actions with it. Every decision, every habit, and every interaction should reinforce the identity of the person you want to become. When your purpose is clear, even boring or repetitive actions feel meaningful because they contribute to a larger vision. People often underestimate how small actions compound when aligned with a clear purpose. Reading a page, making a call, completing a small task. These are invisible investments in your future. The power of compounding is not limited to money. It applies to skill, relationships, confidence, and influence. Most importantly, take control of your mindset. Life will throw challenges, setbacks, and failures. Those who succeed are not those who avoid difficulties, but those who see obstacles as opportunities for growth. By cultivating resilience and a growth mindset, you learn to extract lessons from every experience, use feedback constructively, and maintain forward momentum. Daily mental conditioning, affirmations, visualization, reflection, and focus exercises creates neural pathways that reinforce success-oriented behaviors. By training your mind to stay disciplined, focused, and resilient, you ensure that every day contributes to long-term achievement and personal mastery. Your habits define your destiny more than your dreams, your motivation, or even your talent. Most people want success, but few are willing to pay the price of consistent daily action. They are seduced by the excitement of new ideas, the adrenaline of motivation, the promise of overnight results. But true achievement is forged in the slow, deliberate, and often boring repetition of simple actions. Excellence is not an event. It is a pattern, a rhythm, a daily commitment to improvement. The people who succeed are not necessarily smarter or luckier. They are the ones who mastered the art of showing up every day without exception. They created rituals and routines that align their actions with their highest priorities. and they repeated them until excellence became automatic. You must understand that what you do today, when no one is watching, will compound into the results you see tomorrow. Every choice, every behavior, every small step matters. It may feel invisible at the moment, but your brain is recording, your body is adapting, and your identity is being shaped. Small actions, when repeated daily, create massive momentum over time. Most people overestimate what they can do in a single day and underestimate what they can do over a year. This is why daily focus is so critical. One workout, one focused hour of learning, one disciplined choice may seem insignificant, but when repeated consistently, it transforms your physical capacity, your knowledge, your confidence, and your emotional resilience. Life rewards persistence more than brilliance. It is the daily improvements that stack layer upon layer that create unstoppable power. If you commit to learning one small skill, improving one habit, or making one slightly better decision each day, within a year you will be 365 times stronger, smarter, and more disciplined than you were before. And within 5 years, that incremental growth compounds into an exponential difference. This is the principle of momentum, and momentum is far more powerful than occasional inspiration. Motivation is fleeting, momentum is enduring. When you harness momentum, it makes decisions easier, your energy more sustainable, and your execution more precise. You no longer have to fight yourself. Your habits carry you forward. To achieve lasting success, you must fall in love with the process. Most people are obsessed with results, awards, validation, or recognition. But these are temporary. Results can be lost. Recognition can fade. And awards mean nothing if the underlying habits and systems are not in place. The process, on the other hand, is repeatable, sustainable, and reliable. Mastery lives in the process. It lives in showing up when you don't feel like it, in taking action when it's uncomfortable, in doing the work even when no one notices. Process-focused people build resilience because their worth is no longer dependent on external outcomes. Their identity is tied to the behaviors that produce results, not to the results themselves. Every time you choose action over comfort, every time you push past boredom, every time you do what is necessary rather than what is easy, you are reinforcing the strongest form of discipline and building an identity that cannot be shaken by setbacks. Your mindset is the lens through which all results are filtered. People often think they failed because of circumstances or external limitations. But in reality, the world mirrors your inner state, your beliefs, your focus, and your internal dialogue determine how you perceive challenges and whether you act or freeze. To succeed, you must cultivate a mindset of resourcefulness and growth. Obstacles are not dead ends. They are opportunities for learning, for adaptation, and for creative problem solving. When you train yourself to see every challenge as an opportunity, you stop being a victim of circumstance and start becoming the architect of your life. Daily mental conditioning through visualization, reflection, affirmation, and intentional focus rewires your neural pathways. It trains your brain to recognize possibilities, act decisively, and maintain persistence under pressure. This is not a one-time practice. It is a ritual. Like physical training, mental conditioning must be repeated daily to build strength, clarity, and resilience. Energy management is equally crucial. Many people fail not because of lack of knowledge or strategy, but because they fail to maintain their physical, emotional, and mental energy. Your state drives your performance. When you are physically energized, emotionally resilient, and mentally clear, your decisions are sharper, your focus is stronger, and your execution is more effective. Energy is cultivated through consistent care exercise to strengthen the body, nutrition to fuel performance, and practices like meditation, breathing exercises, or reflection to maintain emotional equilibrium. It is also shaped by your thoughts. Positive focused energy, fear-based focus drains it. You must actively choose what you feed your mind, because where your attention goes, your energy flows. Aligning your focus with high-value actions ensures that you are productive, effective, and moving consistently toward your vision. Action is the ultimate measure of success. Intentions, goals, and plans are meaningless without follow-through. Most people plan endlessly, wait for the right moment, or hesitate because of fear, doubt, or uncertainty. The people who achieve extraordinary results do not wait, they act. They understand that imperfect action repeated daily is far more powerful than perfect action taken sporadically. Action compounds like interest. One phone call, one meeting, one disciplined hour, one small task, when multiplied over months and years, produces exponential results. Every time you act, you reinforce your identity as someone who executes, someone who keeps their word, someone who produces. Action is what bridges the gap between dreams and reality, between potential and performance. Consistency is the invisible engine behind every success story. It is more important than brilliance, more important than talent, and more important than luck. Daily disciplined action is the force that turns potential into results, challenges into growth, and habits into excellence. The truth is, most people never achieve the level of success they desire because they misunderstand what success really is. They think success is an event, a moment, a windfall, or a sudden transformation. They believe it will come to them when the conditions are perfect, when the inspiration strikes, or when luck smiles. But the reality is far simpler, far more reliable, and far more powerful. Success is built quietly and visibly in the spaces where no one is watching. It is built in repetition, in discipline, in the commitment to do the small, ordinary actions consistently over time. The moments that seem boring, monotonous, or unremarkable are the moments where success is forged. They are the unseen investments in your skill, your mindset, your body, your relationships, and your emotional resilience. Every single day matters. Every choice, every habit, every action, no matter how small, is shaping your future. One page read, one phone call made, one disciplined hour, one act of self-control, one conversation in alignment with your highest values. These seemingly insignificant actions, repeated daily, compound into extraordinary results. It is the slow accumulation of effort that produces unstoppable momentum. This is why those who succeed are rarely relying on luck, extraordinary talent, or fleeting bursts of motivation. They are relying on systems, routines, and daily practices that align their actions with their purpose. When you understand that success is not glamorous, you stop chasing excitement and start chasing consistency. You begin to recognize that motivation is a spark, but habit is the fire that sustains growth. Motivation is unreliable, fluctuating, and temporary, while habit is steady, dependable, and compounding. You no longer wait for the perfect moment to act. You act regardless of how you feel, because you know that feelings are fleeting and discipline is permanent. Each time you follow through when it is hard, each time you show up when it is inconvenient, each time you choose action over comfort, you reinforce the identity of the person who executes, the person who does not negotiate with excuses, the person who is capable of turning potential into reality. This is where transformation begins. Identity is the foundation of behavior. If you see yourself as someone who quits, you will quit. If you see yourself as someone who follows through, you will find a way. Identity drives decisions, and decisions drive results. By strengthening your identity through daily action, you create the life you desire, and you make success inevitable. The key to sustaining this growth is focus. Where you put your attention, your energy follows. If you focus on obstacles, limitations, or fear, your energy is consumed and your progress stalls. If you focus on solutions, possibilities, and high-value actions, your energy multiplies and momentum accelerates. Daily focus is not something you wait for. It is something you practice and condition. You prime your mind to see opportunity, to recognize resources, and to act decisively. You cultivate a state of clarity and purpose each morning, because how you begin your day sets the tone for every decision that follows. Physical energy, emotional resilience, and mental clarity are not accidental. They are cultivated through deliberate daily practices. Your body responds to movement, nutrition, and rest. Your mind responds to learning, reflection, and visualization. Your emotions respond to gratitude, perspective, and the conscious management of state. Mastery of these elements produces a state of peak performance that enables you to act with focus, precision, and persistence. You cannot control every circumstance, but you can control your state. And through your state, you control your ability to act consistently toward your goals. Progress compounds and patience is essential. Too many people expect overnight results, or they become discouraged when they do not see immediate change. Transformation does not happen in a day, a week, or even a month. It happens through consistent daily practice repeated over years. One step forward each day, one promise kept to yourself, one skill improved, one habit strengthened, one decision aligned with your highest standards. These small acts create exponential results over time. The human brain adapts through repetition. What is practiced daily becomes automatic. What is repeated consistently becomes ingrained into your identity. Momentum is built not through sporadic intensity, but through sustained, deliberate, focused action. Every moment you resist distraction, every moment you overcome boredom, every moment you choose discipline over comfort, you are compounding your power. You are shaping the life you will live, the person you will become, and the legacy you will leave. Success is boring because it requires this repetition, but it is also predictable and controllable because of it. There is no luck in repeated excellence, only predictable results. Equally important is the mindset you cultivate along the way. Life will challenge you. Setbacks, failures, and obstacles are inevitable. Those who achieve lasting success do not avoid difficulties. They learn to use them as fuel. Obstacles are opportunities in disguise. Every challenge, every failure, every difficulty provides feedback, lessons, and growth, if you are willing to see it that way. Your beliefs, your focus, and your interpretation of events shape how you respond. Resilient individuals see problems as puzzles to be solved rather than walls to stop them. They focus on solutions rather than complaints, possibilities rather than limitations. By training your mind to interpret adversity as opportunity, you transform fear into courage, doubt into confidence, and resistance in action. Daily mental conditioning through reflection, affirmation, visualization, and focus exercises reinforces these neural pathways, making resilience, clarity, and resourcefulness automatic rather than optional. Action is the ultimate measure of your commitment. Plans, intentions, and strategies are meaningless without execution. You must take action consistently, daily, even when it is uncomfortable, inconvenient, or imperfect. Action compounds. It builds momentum, reinforces identity, and creates results. Each time you act, you strengthen your belief in yourself, and each action creates a ripple that shapes your future. Waiting for perfect conditions, ideal circumstances, or emotional readiness is a trap that keeps most people stuck. The disciplined individual acts regardless of readiness, relying on the compounding effect of daily execution to achieve mastery and success. Action transforms intention into reality, potential into performance, and effort into results. Ultimately, the secret to lasting success is simple yet profound. Focus on what you can control, act consistently, improve daily, manage your energy, cultivate your mindset, and commit to the process over the outcome. Success is not glamorous. It is boring. It is the quiet, relentless pursuit of excellence through daily action. It is discipline when no one is watching, focus when life is chaotic, and persistence when motivation fades. It is the repeated choice to show up, do the work, and live according to your highest standards. When you embrace this approach, the compounding power of daily habits transforms your body, mind, emotions, and circumstances. Momentum grows, confidence strengthens, and results become inevitable. The life you desire is not created by luck, inspiration, or fleeting bursts of energy. It is created by what you choose to do consistently, day after day, when no one else is watching. It is created in the quiet repetition of discipline, in the mastery of your mind and state, and in the relentless execution of small, meaningful actions. This is the foundation of unstoppable success, the hidden work behind extraordinary results, and the principle that separates those who dream from those who achieve. Your destiny is shaped not by extraordinary events, but by the extraordinary practice of ordinary actions repeated consistently, patiently, and intentionally until excellence becomes automatic and success becomes inevitable.